Week, your goal is to improve what you did last week. You want to break yet last week's records. You want to lift a little bit more weight. You want to go a little bit harder. You want to go a little bit faster. Push yourself beyond your current limits every week. Okay? Weigh in daily. This is a self-accountability tool. Self-accountability tool. Weigh in daily. When you step on that scale, you should be seeing this thing drop damn near every day. Okay? If you're doing what you're supposed to do, it should be dropping every damn day. Okay, so weigh in daily. It's a self-accountability tool. And then every Sunday, do selfies on Sunday. First thing in the morning, wake up, you just in sports bra or whatever, bra and panties, just for you. Nobody has to see it. Take a photo. And then compare them week by week. And you will actually see your body changing over time. It's really awesome to watch that journey. It's really cool. You'll be really surprised at how much different you look, or how much more different you look later on in the future, and how shitty you really look now. You're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe I look like that. Yeah, you do. We see it every day. Okay. Now, here's your cheat sheet. We're going to get into the food now. I made you a little cheat sheet. I don't generally do this for people, but I actually gave you your calories and macros. And this is just an estimate. There's a lot of ways of doing this. This is simplicity. This is just general simplicity. All right? If you are 5 foot to 5'2", you should be doing about 1,400 calories a day, which will be about 140 grams protein, 70 grams of carbs. We're keeping your carbs low because guess what? You don't need as many damn carbs as you want to eat. You don't. You want this to be expedited? We'll drop them a little bit. 70 grams, 62 grams of fat. If you're 5'3" to 5'6", 1,500, 150, 75, 67. If you are 5'11", or 5'7" to 5'11", you're going to be 1,600 calories, and 160, 80, and 71. All right, you may need to take notes on this. All right, so how do we do it? How do we diet? How do we diet? It's real simple. I'm going to break this down real simple so you understand it. Number one, if you are on the lighter end, you're like not the average American, you're already on the lighter end, maybe you're only like a few pounds away from like where you should be and almost lean. If you're light, you go 6 days deficit, okay, on the calories I just gave you. And then on the 7th day, you're going to refeed, which means you're going to have a higher calorie day. Basically, that's the day you increase your carbs to hit the refeed amount, which we'll discuss in a second. If you are heavy, okay, if you are Fat Bertha and you're like 250 at 5'3", your ass is going 13 days straight in a deficit, okay? You got to go longer, okay? You're too big. You got to go longer, okay? You're going to go 13 days. On the 14th day, you're going to increase your calories that day to spike those fat-burning hormones so that way we can continue to burn fat and be a badass, okay? All right. The refeed. If you're eating 1,400 a day, on your refeed day, you're going to eat 1,900. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to eat almost the same, just increase your carbs that day. Eat a little bit more fruit, eat a little bit more brown rice, eat a little bit more of this, a little bit more of that, and make sure you hit 1,900, but don't go over. That's your limit. That's your limit. You don't go over that, no matter what. And make sure you train hard on your refeed days. Get your calorie burn up. If you're eating 1,500, yours will be about 2,000 to 2,200. And if you're at 1,600, your refeed will be about 2,100 to 2,300. All right? And this is, like I said, it's very general. It's obviously for people, they're different sizes and stuff. It's going to be a little bit, I'm just trying to help the masses out right now. Okay? Just generally follow these rules. When you do these, you need to make sure you be very meticulous. No going over your calories ever. 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 It's always best to even be a little bit under if you can. Okay? Make sure you track and weigh everything. Hit those macros. Do not eat any sugar or flour on these days, because if you do, what's going to happen is it's going to reignite that old food addiction, and you're going to have mad cravings for days, and usually up to about 72 hours. And what ends up happening for most people is once they reignite it, they end up binging for like a week or so long, and they end up fat asses again. Don't be the binger. Don't touch sugar or flour. This shit's highly addictive. There's a reason you're supposed to stay away from it. All right? All right. Step 5. Train daily. You got to get your calorie burn up every day. Because, for instance, if you're eating, say, if you're 5'2", you're eating 1,400 calories a day, Your body is burning a certain amount of calories each day just to sustain life. If you don't work out, you're basically going to be breaking even. You're not going to be burning shit. You're not going to lose anything. So get your calorie burn up every day by burning those calories, or by training. So if you don't train, you're not going to burn. So if you take a rest day, so say you've been training hard, if you take a rest day, yeah, guess what? Your mouth takes a rest too. That means you eat less calories that day. Okay? So no train, no eat. On the days that you take off, use that day as a way to stretch out, roll out your muscles, get deep tissue massage, get everything fixed up so that way you can continue to burn or perform like a beast. Your priority for your training is lifting, not cardio. Cardio is not how you get lean. Get your ass off the fucking ellipticals and treadmills and get your ass in the weight room. Let me explain something to you real quick. When you go to the gym next time, look at all the people on the cardio equipment. Look at them. They're all fat. What does that tell you? Where are all the fit people at? Lifting weights. That's where all the fit people are. That's how you get fit. Lifting weights intensely, all right? And when you do any cardio, it needs to be only forms of HIIT, high intensity interval training. That can easily be just described as sprints. Take your ass outside, sprint to mailbox, walk back, repeat 20 times. That's HIIT, okay? That is a fat burner. No fucking ellipticals. You got it? Remember that, okay? If you need more accountability, you need more of a push, hire yourself a trainer, get a coach, all right? Step 6, hydrate. You need to be drinking minimum of a gallon a day. Some of you are going to need to be drinking like 2 gallons a day, all right? You need to make sure your pee is clear. If your pee is not clear or almost clear, you're dehydrated. And you should be peeing about every 15, 20 minutes, all right? If you're not, you're dehydrated, which means your energy levels are going to suck, your performance in the gym is going to suck, you're going to be moody, and a whole host of things. So, hydration, okay? When you are adequately hydrated, your metabolism is going to be higher. You're going to have better workouts because you're going to feel good. You're going to have lots of energy, so you're going to push yourself really hard, which means you're going to get more results. And you're going to be in a better mood, which your fiance is going to thank you. And you're going to have better health, okay? On top of that, when you are adequately hydrated, it makes you look leaner, because whenever you haven't been drinking enough water, it kind of makes you a little puffy. Most of you are puffy just because you're fat, but whenever you're dehydrated, it actually will make your body retain its fluids, and it'll make you a little more puffy. So make sure you drink a lot of water. Let's see. Step 7, be disciplined. Being fit and living fit is pure discipline. You gotta be disciplined all the time. All the time. So that means you gotta be the odd one. If you go to dinner with friends or you hang out with people, you gotta be the odd one that's like, nah, no thank you, I gotta stick to my plan. Nah, no thanks, I don't want any chips. Nah, no thanks, I don't want any bread. You gotta be the odd one. Be the weirdo. Because guess what? You're gonna be the weirdo that looks fucking awesome, and then everybody's gonna be like, how'd you do it? In the future. And on your wedding day, they're gonna be like, oh my God, you look so good. I see why you were turning down the bread. Yeah, that's exactly what. Okay. Let's see. Another key element to being successful, you got to surround yourself with successful people. You got to surround yourself with successful people, meaning people who are fit, already look the way you want to look, are very mindful about what they're eating, very active. Those are the people you need to surround yourself with. Do not hang out with fatties, because you become like the people you hang out with. So you hang out with fatties, you continue to be a fatty. Dump your fatties and find some fitties, okay? So surround yourself with success. Know this, during this journey, you're gonna make mistakes. You are. Everybody does. I've made lots of mistakes myself. Everybody's gonna make mistakes. You're gonna do something wrong. Trust me, you will. The key is learn from it. As long as you learn from it, then truly it'll be the reason why you succeed. But if you continue to make the same mistake, it's not a mistake anymore, it's a choice. So you're basically choosing to be a fat ass. So choosing to be a failure. Choose to be fit. Learn from your mistakes. You will make mistakes, and it's okay as long as you learn from it, okay? And be consistent. Be consistent with your training, your water, your nutrition, your Everything. Be consistent. It's an obvious one, but I thought I had to mention that. Number 7, make it a habit. These things that I'm teaching you, adopt it as a lifestyle. In order to get the body for the wedding, you should be keeping it afterwards too. Because this is one thing that makes me mad. One thing that makes me mad is you have a lot of women who try and lose all this weight for the wedding, so they look good for the wedding, and then what do they do right afterwards? They blow the fuck up like a goddamn blow-up doll. Okay? They blow up. They get instantly. The average American woman gains like 27 pounds the first 10 years. That's ridiculous. He didn't marry that. That's not what he was trying to commit his life to. That wasn't his vision of what he was trying to spend his life with. He was trying to spend his life with Miss Sexy, not Miss Nasty, okay? So don't be the blow-up doll, all right? Be the one that adopts this as a lifestyle, makes it a habit, and stay sexy. You did all this work, keep it. So be the 5% of Americans that are actually fit. Be the 5%. 95% of you are fat asses. Be the 5%, okay? Takes 21 to 66 days to make a habit. Once it's a habit, it's easy. It is. Now, number 8, work your marriage. This means you think that it's all fun and games right now while it's in the honeymoon period and everything's great, but it takes work to keep a marriage together. It takes work to keep your partner happy. So work your marriage. So what I would recommend, and this is a little quote, your marriage is kind of like the golf greens at a golf course, okay? If you water it, it stays green. If you don't water it, it's basically going to die, okay? It's going to die. In order for your grass to stay green, you got to water it. So I would highly, highly recommend that you get the book. It's called The 5 Love Languages. This is a book that's actually going to teach you. There's a little test that you can take to figure out what partner or what language your partner actually speaks in, because everybody feels love in a different way. When you speak in your partner's language, it actually is way more meaningful than the way that you're currently doing it now. So if you want your relationship to go from good to great, 5 Love Languages. Read it with your partner every night. Okay, read like a chapter a night. Do the test. Learn what each other are, and start expressing yourself in those languages. It's a fantastic book. Okay, now to sum all this up, I know these videos, this took us almost 30 minutes to put together. So here we're gonna recap real fast. Remember, stay sexy, stay marketable. Okay, always be marketable. Stay sexy. Get your results and keep them. Okay, set your goals in writing 2 times a day. Detox at first. Remember, deficit 6 to 13 days, depending on what size you're at. Refeed on the 7th and 14th. Track everything. Your food, your weight, your workouts, weekly photos. Train daily. Do the fucking work. DTFW. This is one of my coined phrases. Do the fucking work. Okay? Be disciplined and consistent. And work on your marriage and read the book. So this has just summed it up, all right? Now, we've covered pretty much everything. If you do what I said, you are going to be the sexiest, most beautiful bride of anybody that you've ever seen. Okay? I guarantee you, if you just follow the directions, you got to do the fucking work, all right? If you do that, I guarantee you, you're going to be shredded for the wedding and you are going to look amazing. You can do it. Believe in yourself. You can do it, all right? And I just want to take this moment to congratulate you on your engagement, and I really hope that you have a fantastic, phenomenal wedding. Make sure you get that book that I told you about so that way your relationship flourishes. For anybody else who's looking for more inspiration or information, follow me on my social media. Damon Sewell on Facebook. Just look that up. Follow me there. I post all kinds of stuff every day. Instagram. My Instagram handle is Superhero Strong. If you ever have any questions, send me a message. Contact me there. And once again, congratulations. Now go get your ass to work and get that body sexy. You're welcome.